Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is going to be on MLG's Daybreak. I love this map. I think one of the better, most balanced two-player maps out there. The only thing I dislike about it is I think that the third is a little bit too difficult to take for just about all the races. But all in all, it's still a very, very nice map. Now, it is going to be in our semifinal tonight of the Alt Arena for the amateur level players. That is Gold and Platinum. And Eukaryote, we'll call him Yuka. Eukaryote. I don't know. We'll call him Eukaryote. That's not too bad. Eukaryote taking on ACEHellRush, who we'll probably just be calling Rush. That's what we called him in that last game. But Rush is going to be spawning as our orange Protoss. Up here in the top right-hand corner, bottom left, is Eukaryote as our red Protoss. So PvP yet again. Now, best of 3 as I mentioned, so the loser will pick the map. However, look at this. Eukaryote already putting down a pylon next to his opponent's base. Looks like he is going to be going for, I would assume, some proxy gating. So interesting play here. And is it going to be a gateway or a forge? It is a gateway. Gateway going down here for Eukaryote. Looks to be in phenomenal shape. Setting up base right next to his opponent's main. Not a bad deal. So going to be trying for that push here. In the meantime, Rush got his gateway down in fairly decent time as well. Notice that Rush not too far ahead there on that timing. But it's going to come down to good scouting here from Rush. Now, Rush does have a probe cruising in. Going to be a little bit wary when he doesn't see anything going on in his opponent's base. So probably should start to scout around a little bit more and or just start chrono boosting out zealots. Got to figure out what's going on, but he doesn't see anything in his opponent's main here. So he's probably thinking, what the heck is going on? And it's time to start worrying about getting out some zealots. First zealot here for Eukaryote, going to be going down in fairly decent time, and there goes the chrono. Rush needs to get the same thing going here. He's got to have figured this out at this point, but he is indeed just going to be sticking with his normal plan. Cybercore going down. He's got to get out of Zealot. No Zealot on the way quite yet. Looks like Eukaryote may be in very, very good shape here. Here comes that first Zealot, and nothing to deal with it right now. Nothing. Does have his second gateway going down. However, that is not what he needs. He does need a Zealot. And here comes the Zealot. Looks like he is going to be picking up one and potentially 2 very, very quick kills here. Oh, couple kills on this Zealot. Let's just see how many he's going to get. 3 kills. Losing a lot of mining time here as well. Rush taking a beating there. 4 kills before that guy does go down. We do have one Zealot coming out here right now for Rush, but he's got to get that sucker down, man. Need to see a chrono go down on this poor Zealot. I don't know why he hasn't chronoed that guy. But a lot of kills here on this guy as well. That Zealot 2 kills now. Did pick up 2 kills. Rush got to get back to mining. He's losing a lot of mining time, but he's also not doing a great job chrono boosting out these Zealots. I really would like to see him chrono boosting out the Zealots. Indeed, he is not, though. Going to be saving those chronos for this Cybercore. He's really trying to push into a 4-gate. He knows that his opponent probably going to be a little bit behind here. Another gate or Zealot here out on the field here for Eukaryote. Looks to be in fairly decent shape, but probably going to have to transition out of this. There is going to be one Zealot here to deal, and 2 more. But look, now he's using the chrono. See, this is late. He doesn't need the chrono now. That's what's sad. He doesn't need the chrono any longer. But yeah, it is what it is. What can I say? It's in the moment. I guess you forget, and it can be difficult. Now, Eukaryote looks like he is going to be pushing this attack. He does have his Warp Gate tech started here. Only the 1 gas. Let's just check on that units tab. Notice that Rush is actually behind in probes, partially because he lost so many in those early attacks. But should be able to catch up here fairly quickly. The trouble now is that Rush is going to have out on the field potentially more Stalkers than his opponent. We'll see how that's going to go. It is 2 gates right now for Rush. But look at this. Rush chasing off Eukaryote there very, very well. Got this Stalker trapped. Oh my goodness, this Stalker is not going anywhere, and he is absolutely going to die. Going to unpower this building. That's going to be a fairly big loss here for Eukaryote. And then this last Stalker here going to have to kite far, far away because these Zealots are going to be extremely angry. But nice kiting thus far. Do we have Cybercore complete? Warp Gate Tech rather complete. It is almost so. more Zealots coming out here for Rush, but he probably could go ahead and start getting in some Stalkers. I think is going to be super effective. This gateway going to go down here fairly quickly. There's a lot of Zealots here to deal with it. 4 gates right now for Eukaryote, and Chrono boosting out that Warp Gate tech. Now we should see Rush toss down some more gateways. There goes one right there. But 3 gates, not quite enough at this point, especially how late this third one is. So he needs to play defensively here. We don't want to see him pushing out here, I don't think, quite yet. But he may go for a proxy pylon and put on a little bit of extra pressure. Oh my goodness! Did Eukaryote see this though? That is the question. Nope, he didn't. No, he didn't, but he's probably going to check. Nope. He's not checking. Oh, there he goes. He sees it. He sees it now. Yep. Not going to happen. We do have Rush going to warp in 1 unit here, but that not going to be super effective. We need to see Rush just make a little bit of different play here. He's got to stay on top of getting some things built. He's going to be setting himself up defensively here. Could probably go ahead and build a pylon down here on the low ground, maybe even take and expand. If not, go ahead and move up to the high ground. Defend on the high ground is going to be a better spot. He is going to get out a robotics facility, so not bad. And needs to go ahead and probably Chrono boost out some of those Immortals. Going to be super effective here against Eukaryote. Let's just take a look back at Eukaryote's base. It is just a solid 4 gate. Going to be grabbing his second gas so he can get in those extra sentries and stalkers when he needs them. But here he goes. Here comes your attack here from Eukaryote. Is it going to be enough? There's going to be a lot of Zealots here. Zealots going to be fairly effective against the Stalkers as long as Eukaryote doesn't micro, but he is microing very well here. But it looks like these Stalkers going down fairly quickly. Blocking the ramp there, splitting that army. Not a bad deal. Two of these guys now stuck at the top. One of them did just go down. These guys still have vision of the high ground, so Rush got to be super careful here. Here comes your units, though. Is this going to be enough? Just 2 Zealots now for defense. Going to be Chrono boosting out an Immortal's got to get that Immortal out on the field ASAP. Here comes some probes to try and do some damage, but my goodness, these guys not going to be very effective here. A lot of Stalkers now cruising into the base here. Eukaryote looks like he is gearing up to potentially take down this win. Here comes your Immortal, but this Immortal not going to be enough against so many, and there's the GG from Rush. Beautiful game. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be going into game number 2 here in just a moment, so don't alt-tab. Always alt StarCraft. We'll see you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is going to be on MLG's Metalopolis. Eukaryote taking on ACEHellRush, who we will just be calling Rush for the remainder of this game. That is for sure. But Rush is going to be our blue Protoss player spawning here at the 2 o'clock position on Metalopolis. And Eukaryote, who did take down game number 1, spawning as our purple player up here at the 12 o'clock position. These guys still having a good time. Good luck, have fun, both from both players. Got to love it. Now the thing is that the pressure is on Rush at this point. He's got to take down a win here. Otherwise, that is it. He will not be moving on to the finals, but he's got to go on a 2-game rush to do so at this point. So Eukaryote got to be feeling nice, putting the pressure on his opponent. Has a potential free game coming at him, but he doesn't want to do that either. Then it puts the pressure right back on him. 1-1 tied up for the last game. But regardless, both of these players in a decent position to potentially go into the finals tonight. Obviously, Eukaryote a little bit closer at this point with his 1 win. Going to be starting off with a standard opener here, placing his buildings right next to, or his pylon right next to his nexus there. ACEHellRush. Rush going to be putting that down in fairly decent proximity as well. So not bad. Nobody's scouting quite yet. Let's see if we're going to scout. Yes, we are. After both players scouting after the gateway. So not bad. And very standard stuff so far from both of these guys. Looks like he is gearing up for the gas here. Rush is. Yep, going down. He should have put it here, though. This one is actually closer than this one, but that's okay. Not a bad deal. Eukaryote did get his gas down just a little bit sooner. Looks as though the timings on the gateways, though, are very similar. But the gas could make a small difference, but not too much. Nobody is falling behind yet, that's for sure. Look at that. Going ahead and stealing some minerals there. Thief. That's okay. It doesn't really make that big of a difference. But it can be pesky if some people get annoyed by stuff like that. But let's see if we're going to have any Zealots coming out net quite yet. No Zealots for either player here, so just going to be going straight for that Cyber Core. And we should see a Zealot queued up for at least one of them, I would suspect. Maybe not. Who knows? But no second gas quite yet for either player. We shall see. Oh, look at that. I say that. And what is ACEHellRush doing? Rush is going to go ahead and toss down an extra assimilator. So double gas here for Rush. He does need to get this probe back to work. However, that is going to be always effective. And he did steal an assimilator from his opponent as well. So going to be stopping his opponent from taking a gas. Now, Eukaryote does show a lot of promise with his, what would you call it, aggressive play. And so forcing your opponent, Eukaryote, into a 4-gate may not be the best choice. However, if you are prepared for that with this double gas, however, he's not mining that double gas, to get out just enough sentries, you could be in phenomenal shape. Just depends. We'll see how this is going to go. Eukaryote going to be chrono boosting out his warp gate tech. Notice that he is slightly, but not by very much, ahead of his opponent there. Almost 10 seconds difference there, though, which will make a slight difference here. Eukaryote should be in phenomenal shape for a 4-gate. He is going to be sending these units out across the map. He does have a pylon here placed very, very well for some warp-ins on the low ground, and he's going to be putting, yes, indeed, 3 gates down. And here comes your Stalker. Is going to scout this probe. This probe is going to have to evacuate. Get out of there, probe. Oh, my goodness, the probe does not evacuate. However, it looks as though Rush going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Nice control here from both of these players. Eukaryote trying to not let this guy make it up the ramp. But here he goes up the ramp, is going to make it, and these guys are going to try and get up there. Oh my goodness, the Zealot does get into position, taking out that Stalker. Such a big move right now for Eukaryote. Is he going to be able to get the warp-ins that he needs? Looks like he is going to try and put down a pylon right next to the cliff here. I think is a smart place to put it. Going to be getting a lot of units into this base. Not a tight wall off there, and this going down late, and this pylon is going to complete here, I assume. And there is the GG from Rush. Oh my goodness. Eukaryote taking it down 2 games in a row. What phenomenal play there. Very, very forceful, this guy, but got to love it, especially because Rush did force him into it by stealing that gas there. So interesting play. Thank you guys for coming out. What a nice series. We'll be going into the finals here in just a little bit, or the other semifinals, so don't alt-tab. Always on StarCraft. We'll see you guys in just a bit.